in some fights, they'd have to come back and make a Rocky VI to really properly describe some of the fights you pulled out of the fire. Why are you that kind of fighter? What in your background, what in your upbringing would make you put up with that kind of pain and still, no matter what, have to find a way to win?
Probably comes from my parents. My father's I'm a stubborn person. I mean, but it's a will that I want to win, and it's a will that I won't quit. I don't care if my head's hanging off in there. I'll give it every last drop of whatever I have in me. You know what I mean? I don't care if I was cut, this, that. I will not stop until I get flat out knocked out where I can't get up. That's the only way, but it just comes from within. It's just something in you, I guess. To be honest with you, I don't even know how I got it.
You're sitting in the locker room before a fight.
Right.
I know how your heart's going.
Oh, yeah.
What are you thinking? Let the people know. They think that you just walk in there and you don't worry about it.
Oh, no, of course. You got all different scenarios go through your mind of how you can win, what happens if you lose. A million different things. I mean, you're not, but with the real fighter goes in there and performs and blocks that all out. But sitting there waiting prior to the fight, you fight that fight 40 times down there, that's from 50. Winning, losing, knocking a guy out, getting knocked out, or getting hurt.
In other words, you have fears.
Cool, everyone has fears. And if the people who say they don't have fears, they're lying. 90% of people have fears, the other 10 lie.
When you go home after the fight, when you leave that arena after a tough fight, when you wake up the next morning, what do you feel like?
I mean, if you win, it's like, it kind of eases the pain. But when you lose, it's 10 times worse. The pain, because then it's mentally, you know, it's in your mind, you're lost, you're hurting. You know, when you win, everyone wins. When you lose alone. And you know that, you know, as well as anyone. You know, everyone loves a winner. They'll pat you, they'll hug you, they do everything when you win. When you lose alone. And you're the one that has to deal with that loss, not them.
How's the perfect way for it then for you?
Well, starting to either win tonight, one good convincingly, fight maybe another good fight, and hopefully get a big money fight, or a title fight, or what have you. If it doesn't go good, then walk away with my head up. When it's all said and done, Ted, I know I gave every drop of whatever I had in me that night. You know, I never dogged it or nothing like that. I never cut corners. Just I gave it everything I had. And if I can walk away knowing that and fighting that way, then I'm happy.
Certainly has had an unbelievable career. Tonight will be his 46th fight. You know, he says he's given it everything, Teddy. He might have given too much earlier in his career. He was in a tough fight in and fight out. Maybe he got used up a little early.
It's possible, and I hope not. But I asked him that question. That didn't make the air. But when we were talking, I asked him, I said, are you worried that there might be a price to pay for all these tough fights? He's so honest. He's the way he fights when he talks. He's honest. And he said, yeah, I'm a little worried, but I'm going to get out in time. And all the fans out there, you know, we want to make sure he gets out in time because he's given plenty of great fights to everybody.
All right, Micky Ward coming up in our main event. We have a